What's up, guys? So, someone may say, why are you putting all your personal business on the internet? And why are you sharing all this information? Well, I believe that the past experiences that I have dealt with can actually help other people who are either in those situations or who know someone in those situations. Um, First one that I really definitely want to discuss is, drug dealing and the streets. Like, I have so many friends at home now that are living the lifestyle. They're trying to live that street life. And basically, I'm a person who was affected by someone who was my father who decided that he was going to live the street life. And yeah, you get some pleasures and maybe some gratification. You may even get it for a while. You may even live to your 40s or your 50s, but after a while, it takes a lot. It's going to take a lot from you. It's not going to do you any good. It's not going to be beneficial for you and your family. And the benefits that it does supply, it's going to be short term. Trust me, it's not going to be long term. So check this out. This is my experience at the beginning. So I was originally born in Detroit, Michigan, actual city, inner city Detroit at Hutzel Hospital. So I know pretty much everyone that was born in Detroit. Well, I can't say pretty much everyone, but most people that were born in Detroit, you were born at Hutzel Hospital, more than likely. Um, what's funny is I can remember everything back until I was 2 years old. Before two, I don't remember anything, but at 2 years old, I remember everything clear as day. So I grew up over on Schoolcraft in Greenfield, grew up on Metatol, and it was a nice small house. My grandmother owned the house, so it was my grandmother's home. I lived with my grandmother, my uncle William, aka Uncle Ouija, my uncle Reggie. He stayed in the basement, and technically my dad lived there, but he had a sugar mama, so that was that. Um, the earliest memories I have was with my dad. So it's funny because I tell a lot of people my dad he was a drug dealer, but what is very interesting is that the impact that he had on my life, regardless of his occupation, he was a phenomenal dad. And it wasn't like, he was a good dad because he bought me designer clothes. Like, I know so many friends right now that, they have kids and, they have kids in their 20s and they're so focused on, oh, well, I want to make sure they have this amount of clothes. I want to make sure they look good and this and that. But that wasn't why he was a good dad. Like, he just spent time with me, he took me everywhere. And that's all every memory I have is just being with them. I mean, we would go to simple places, the grocery store, or just have me come with him. Last time I saw him, I was waking up. I had a alarm clock in like my head, with my grandma or whatnot, and I had an alarm clock in my head whenever she woke up for work. I was very close to my grandma, and I could not stand when she left. I was so attached with her. Um, she used to laugh about it because she used to say she couldn't do nothing, she couldn't go anywhere. It was funny. But I walked over to the bathroom trying to, because every morning I would basically beg. I thought I had the power to keep her from going to work. Little did I know, no, I didn't. So I tried to keep her from going to work. And what ended up happening was she just always sent me back in the room. Well, I went back in the bedroom. I looked at the room. She told me to go in the room with my daddy. I didn't know he was there. But this is how wonderful of a father he is. I'm sleeping on the big bed, main bed. He didn't even want to wake me up. He didn't get on the bed. He didn't, have me move over. No, he slept on the floor. That's how much respect he had for me being his son, and that's how much he cared about me. Um, so it was interesting because that's how that played out. Next thing you know, I remember my uncle Reggie was downstairs basement, just bawling his eyes out, and my grandmother, um, didn't really show emotions, and my uncle Reggie didn't either. Basically, my dad was walking down the street, walking down his block, and he was walking with two guys. One was on his right, one was on his left. One of the guys we know who it is, but the other one we still don't have any knowledge of who he was till this day. Um, and they were just walking. The belief was that these guys had taken him to the man that was going to kill him. Well, right before they got there, my dad saw the guy. He ran, and they ended up chasing him. And he was trying to run into his home to get his gun because he always had a gun somewhere. Well, at the time, his girlfriend she didn't answer the door. I guess they got into an argument. Eventually, he ended up running over into this backyard of an abandoned house, and they followed and they gunned him down there. He was shot once in the chest, once in the back, once in the um, pelvic area, and once in both arms and both legs. Um, and they just left him there. It was cold, so that was that. They didn't even find him until the next day. They just found his body. He was just laying there. Me myself, I saw him. We went to the funeral home. I remember going there prior with my grandmother to do directions, but I didn't know it was a funeral home. I just thought, we were just, talking. But we ended up going to the funeral home. It was James Holy Coles over on Puritan. And walked in. I was fascinated because I got peanuts. We go in. I was with my Uncle Ouija and my grandma. And we go in. And next thing um, my Uncle Ouija is now just hysterical, bawling, crying. And my grandmother was started to tear up as well. So I was scared. So they picked me up and they were saying, this your daddy. And I was just like, well, he's sleeping. So me being the clueless kid that I am, it's funny I can talk about this now because I thank God for healing. But I decided to try to wake him up. I was pushing him and he did not move. Didn't move, didn't budge. And my uncle and my grandmother are very just screwed up about watching this because like I said, I was close with the man. I love my dad so much, and I'm pushing. I'm like, well, I want to wake up, and I'm trying to like wake him up, and he didn't wake up. It didn't register in my head that he was dead. I know what death meant. Went to the funeral. And that was just insane. It was crazy. I remember the whole time I'm sitting there, I kept saying I was scared. That's all I remember saying because I didn't really know, what was going on. Um, and then that was that. I didn't know that my dad was dead until 6. What's funny is that he did this whole money thing. He did the whole drug dealing thing because of money. Originally, he wanted to be a mechanic. He dealt with some racism with some guys out of the suburban area, and he just lost it. And after that, he just decided he was gonna get fast, easy money. So, for a lot of my friends like that are out there, like you think that especially people that are out there in the streets, like you think that life is just affecting yourself. You think it's just your decision, but you take everybody down with you. Your whole family follows you, all your friends, all of them are affected by like your everyday decisions. And my dad's decisions to do that cost him his life. And it also put a void in my life, in my sister's lives. Some of my sisters, they don't even, have a memory of him. Actually, I am the only one with the memories. Um, but some of them, they don't have a memory of him. They don't know how he sounds. They don't know anything about it. And that's the thing. Yeah, it may be quick, easy money. Yeah, it may be fun. But in reality, it's deadly. It's harmful. And I'm going to take back, yeah, it may be fun. But reality and no, because some people think it's fun, like all that rap, all those songs and rap videos and everything. Most of those guys, they're not making that much money. They're not doing that. They're just rapping about it. So don't be influenced by that. And that's pretty much my life with my dad.